Who's that?
I don't. This is Anna.
Hello, Anna.
I want to know that from chapter 5, it says the present tense and the past tense, and then the end of the past tense. Some words we have to pronounce T, and some is D, another is ID.
Okay, great. That's perfect. Let's talk about those sounds. In chapter 5 of Phrase by Phrase, this story is called Cleaning Up the Backyard. And this story uses only regular verbs. You know, we have regular verbs and irregular verbs. Regular verbs have an ed ending, and irregular verbs, well, they can be lots of things like bring, brought, eat, ate, see, saw. Those are all irregular. They don't follow the rule. So the general rule is to add ed for a past tense. For play, played, work, worked, want, wanted. All right, so in writing, we have the ed ending for regular verbs, the ed ending. In speaking, we have 3 sounds. So again, we have to pay attention to the difference between writing and speaking because they're not identical. So the writing for the ed endings, that's easy, piece of cake. And the ending sounds may be a little bit tougher, but once you get the hang of it and find out what the rule is, then it'll be easy for you. So this story is about Tina and David Taylor, my next door neighbors. Okay, so Tina and David Taylor, my next door neighbors, take good care of their home. On Saturday, I couldn't help noticing their whole family working in the backyard. I think they wanted to do a lot of things because they started pretty early in the morning. Tina weeded the garden and added fertilizer to the vegetables. Her daughter, Debbie, raked up the dead leaves and mowed the lawn. Meanwhile, David patched a hole in the roof of the shed. Even little Tommy lent a hand. He climbed up and down the ladder and got the tools his father needed. Later, David made a couple of flower boxes. The kids planted some tulips and daisies in them. Their mother picked some corn and tomatoes and took them into the house. Then she pulled out the garden hose and watered the whole yard. When I looked out the window again in the afternoon, they'd finished everything. I was so impressed by the results of their work that it's inspired me to clean up my own backyard. That's our story for this lesson. It doesn't use any irregular verbs. It uses only regular verbs with ed endings. And some of them we pronounce t, some of them we pronounce d, and some of them we pronounce id. So first of all, let's talk about the t and the d. These 2 sounds. What do we know about these 2 sounds?